Good morning and welcome to your daily weather operations brief. Starting off this morning, seeing some low level cloud cover across the region and some patchy fog along with mist in many areas here. That has reduced our visibility below 3 statute miles as of current. As we move through the day today, should see some improvement as far as those ceilings go, should see some clearing out and get some sunshine working its way through. However, at that sunshine is also going to work to destabilize our atmosphere even further and give us a chance of yet another day of some scattered, isolated thunderstorms as we move through the day. Now, taking a look at the radar analysis out here right now, we do have some reflectivity north of the region, similar to yesterday, just on a much smaller scale. We do have a little cell north of Pocomoke that is continuing to drift eastwards, and as of more recent scans, has continued to diminish in overall intensity. So, not expecting anything much of that at the moment. We did have a small pop-up cell or two down further south. And that's likely going to continue to be the case as we move through the day today, at least the fashion of which these storms should initiate. And then taking a look at this morning's surface analysis chart, here we can see that we do have a surface boundary extending across the area, and that's going to push slowly southwards throughout the day today. And as it does such, we can expect that to be a focal point for some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and by this afternoon especially, we'll see an increase in that activity given we do have a somewhat supportive upper level pattern that is going to promote some favorable upward motion and allow those storms to initiate, and given the moisture and instability together, certainly sets us up to see some pop-up showers today. Overall, for today, in the hours following, especially midday, we can look to see those best chances of storms. And if we see these low clouds erode away a bit faster, we'll see that daytime heat start to destabilize things a bit further, and we may see a slight upwards trend in that activity as such. Otherwise, when it is not storming out there, or if we avoid those storm chances for today, it's going to be a warm yet seasonal humid day with light winds off the water, and those winds should help moderate our temperatures as we move through the afternoon, especially in comparison to previous days that we have seen. Taking a look at the current weather out there on the field, we do have some broken conditions in the lower level, about 700 feet. They are slowly rising, climbing upwards towards 1,000. As of some of the most recent observations, we do also have some restricted visibility due to some mist out there. Winds are out of the northwest and sit at about 5 knots, and the temperature currently at 78 degrees with 97% relative humidity, so certainly very humid out there this morning. And if we take a look at the satellite imagery here, we can see that northwesterly wind blowing off of the ocean. We can also see that low-level cloud cover and a couple cells throughout the area, a little bit of cumulus developing. We can also kind of make out where that stationary boundary lies and see its southward push. Overall, we do have some clearing off to the west, as mentioned earlier. Should see some periods of greater sunshine in the hours to come, and that will destabilize us further. Now, if we look at a model for today, this is the HER high-resolution model and looped on a 24-hour time frame. I'll wait for it to come back around here to tomorrow morning. Right about now, we see those scattered showers starting to develop around midday, especially. A couple do indicate early around this time frame, around 8 in the morning. However, most of that activity looking to be in the afternoon and then tapering off as we get into the evening. However, lingering showers do look possible into tomorrow morning and into the very early hours of tomorrow morning, which should then be followed by a mostly dry day. And if we take a look at our 24-hour forecast for the day ahead here, we do have rain chances for much of the day, rain and thunderstorm chances for much of the day. Thunderstorm chances primarily confined to our current time frame all the way through the early evening, and then we see those chances kind of convert to being mostly just scattered showers. And for our winds, looking to remain rather consistent, light out of the northeast, east-northeast, and that's going to continue to be the case as we move towards tomorrow. Temperatures today climbing upwards into the mid-80s and then dropping back to around 70 in those early morning hours. Otherwise, seeing periods of low clouds and a warm, humid day for today and into tomorrow. And that will bring us on to the short-term outlook here, in which on Wednesday, seeing partly to mostly cloudy conditions and a slight chance of those showers and thunderstorms. Once again, high of 79 Wednesday night, partly cloudy, a low of 71. And again, for Wednesday, those rain chances do look to be early in the morning. Should be a mostly dry day overall. And then Thursday, partly to mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. A bit higher chance of seeing such, and a high around 83. Overall, winds should be kept at bay, and ceilings should be, although comparatively speaking, in the low levels, not below 500 feet for the next day or two, other than maybe the chance of some patchy fog here and there in those morning hours. That is going to conclude the daily weather operations brief. Hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday, and we will be back at 10 a.m. with the 7-day outlook.